Jen Simpson with the outlets at Castle Rock. Welcome to the Business Brief.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. Now, you all are owned by Craig Realty, a shopping center development and management firm. You have over 400,000 square feet and over 85,000 name brand stores, including Nike, Michael Kors, and Coach, just to name a few. How are things going with the outlets during this holiday season, especially amid the pandemic?
Sure, absolutely. They are going, I would say, better than expected. We're certainly not going to meet any of our sales goals or projections that we had for 2020. But given, what is happening in the world today, we are happy to report that there are still people out shopping and coming to outlets at Castle Rock. And we've seen actually shoppers come a little bit earlier this year than they typically had in the past. And we've been really glad to see that.
Well, that's positive and really good news to hear as well. Now, according to the International Council of Shopping Centers in Colorado, there's over 2,000 retail shopping centers in 2019, and retail real estate jobs accounted for nearly 600,000. Now, that was last year, of course, before the pandemic set in, so it's very likely those numbers have declined. Of course, the pandemic is the big reason for that. What steps specifically, Jen, are you all taking to kind of work through this challenging time to sort of keep your customers safe, but also support your retailers staying open?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting. A lot of our stores have actually required some additional staffing to ensure that those safety measures are able to stay in place. So obviously every store has a limited capacity and there are lines outside typically on busy days. And don't let those lines deceive you. It just means that they're at capacity inside the store. And so there's typically a person standing outside communicating with guests that are here shopping to ensure that they understand why there is a line outside. And of course, we're following all the CDC protocol to do extra cleaning throughout the day. We have lots of 6 foot apart stickers everywhere to ensure everybody's keeping that distance. And of course, masks are required inside stores.
When I think of outlet shopping, it's kind of like an American pastime. We've all done it. One of the big draws of going to the outlets is typically you can find good quality, if not luxury quality stuff at huge discounts. In fact, I read a report that said that factory stores are discounting on average 38% in some cases, which is a kind of a big deal. Are you still seeing that the case today, or what's the big draw to the outlets from your
Yeah,
perspective?
absolutely. Outlet shopping is definitely an experience. With more than 85 stores here at our center, there is something for everyone. Great gift shopping, as well as some shopping for yourself too. And what we're really seeing is great discounts, probably better than we have seen before, because product maybe didn't move earlier on in the year quite as expected. And so we're seeing upwards of 50 to 70% off even at some of those top brands.
It's huge. I mean, I might have to get in the car and come down for 50 to 70% off.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I do
great.
want I do want to ask you, Jen. Many retailers, many industries for that matter, not just your retailers, are facing disruptive markets these days, especially as we see significant growth in e-commerce. So many people doing their shopping online. How is that impacting outlets? And what are you all doing to stay competitive and keep people coming out?
Sure, absolutely. There have been a lot of changes over the last couple of years, and e-commerce is definitely not a new challenge, but maybe one this year that people feel a little bit more comfortable with just due to the pandemic. So a lot of our stores are actually transitioning to curbside pickup opportunities. So some of them, like Loft or Banana Republic, you can actually see the inventory at our store online in advance. Call the store. Place that order and then come pick it up right here at the center. So convenience, and you don't have to worry about maybe the lag in shipping of getting something to you. So lots of creativity in that way. And outlet shopping is, as I mentioned before, an experience. It's really about getting to see and check out the quality and what you're purchasing before you actually make that purchase. So especially when it comes to something like a handbag or sunglasses, they're a little bit more expensive, and you want to make sure that they look good on you or what you're expecting. Doing that in-person shopping is still, really nice to be able to do.
I agree with you. I will say, that e-commerce is the way of the future. So many people are buying online these days, but there's still something unique and special when it comes to that experience of going shopping in person, of being on site and being able to touch and feel and interact. But also, whether you're a senior, right, and you just enjoy going for a walk in a safe environment, or whether you're a Generation Zer who just wants to hang out with your friends and grab an ice cream while browsing, that experience is unique to the outlets. And I do think it will keep shopping centers competitive for years to come. Jen, we only have a few days before Christmas. This holiday season is already upon us. Do you have any advice for consumers looking to do some last minute shopping these holidays?
Yes, definitely. Come visit Outlets at Castle Rock. With 85 stores, there are so many last minute great gift ideas. I recommend checking out our website, outletsatcastlerock.com. And there you'll be able to find a list of all the sales that are happening at the stores. So you can kind of plan your visit ahead of time. There's also a map so you can decide where to park and which stores you want to visit in what order. It's the most efficient way to get that shopping done quickly.
Jen Simpson with the outlets at Castle Rock. Thank you for coming on the Business Brief.
Thank you so much for having me.